It's Week 12 of the NFL, and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Lions and the Bears, next on Madden Football.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes, that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go from Ford Field. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads them out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number 1, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
Goff to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Goff to throw. Quickly, they get it into the hands of Williams. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Lions will punt this ball away. That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end. And the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Goff. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one complete to Atwell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll go right back to Laporta. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. This will not do the trick. They stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Lions have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. From the gun, here's Gibbs. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Quickly to Laporta on the RPO. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now, Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Lions will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze.
Holding offense.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be 2nd and long. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Another run here with Johnson. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Third and long. Here's Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open. It's Odunze. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Off play action. Here's Williams. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down. And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Williams in motion. On first down, it's Goff. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Johnson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Goff. And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Bears offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes a toss, right. Here comes Johnson. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Jack Campbell, the former 1st-round pick, there to wrap him up. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Johnson. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. The big lineman, Aleem McNeil, ends the play there. On 3rd down, it's Williams. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Now Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8.
Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
8 yards to go.
To throw, it's Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Bears first down.
First down, Chicago.
A run here with Johnson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Throwing is Williams. The ball comes out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. To complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. Goff to St. Brown for a big one to gain of 43 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Throwing here is Goff. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield, and that will lead to a second down. Here's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try to run for it. Then he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On the give, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Williams. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. 3rd and long. A give, and here's Johnson. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On comes the punter now as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Throwing, Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Get a pause here. We have an injury, and it is the tight end, Sam Laporta, a player they cannot afford to lose. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Williams to throw on 2nd down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. And 3rd down coming up. Now it's Johnson. And this sequence not one to build on. He's going to lose yardage on the 3rd down. And quickly, it brings up 4th down. Here's the punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. To return is Williams. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typical...
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Here's the Lions punt team now. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jordan Love, excellent in the victory as his guys pushed their record up to 8-3 on the year. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. James Cook, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
2nd and 11. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Chicago.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A pass taken in by Johnson. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. On 2nd down, a run with Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Khalil Mack, multiple-time All-Pro there on the tackle. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears are able to get it back within a score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action. With the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. They run with the former Bear, David Montgomery. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, it's Goff. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on 3rd down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's Johnson. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one. 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
Now Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. He had no choice but to throw it away. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Oh, yeah. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. The Bears offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the zone read, here's Johnson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. A play fake. Now Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Goff to throw. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard
They
line.
move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff with the give to Montgomery. A flag is down. It's a gain of a yard.
Illegal block.
But let's check the call.
Offense.
Now Goff. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Offside. Defense.
A run up the gut with Montgomery. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
3rd down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Lions will extend their lead. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll run. Johnson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's over the middle, taken in by Cooper. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Montgomery. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Williams in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Lions going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This from 34 yards. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Lions will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. Scott now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. That's a short throw caught by Komet. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
Trying the left side, it is Johnson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Williams.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On 3rd down, it's Williams.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. He's got room to the 45. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. That's on the outstanding tackle, Penei Sewell. Goff to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jamison Williams.
The Lions will punt this ball away.
It's
as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. This fielded inside the 35. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Third and long. Here's Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That's caught downfield by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And the Bears first down.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Johnson. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. 3rd and a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete. Trailing late. They've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. It's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
It's a turnover on downs.
On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Ball start, offense.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Giant midfield. 8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
One more time for Montgomery. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. He is in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try.
The Lions will set up for the
They run out of the gun with Montgomery. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Kirby Joseph.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
Gain of 34 yards. First down Bears.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Lions have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd and 6. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. Returnable from the 17. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more, and he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Williams to the air once more. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
It's no secret, this offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Now Montgomery. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He drops for the loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
A carry here for Montgomery. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Lions. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.